Everybody's always asking for that the fan safe. Well, guess what? I've got it. It's small, it's tough, sturdy, it's got a keypad, and it's got a really good fire rating, and it'll hold just that few weapons that you keep, again, for when the fan, and hold all your ammo and your getaway bag. I present to you the AMSEC NF5924. Let's tell you all about it, all the details and everything, see if this is the right safe for you. Let's get into the video. Let's go over the dimensions. Around these parts, I like to play a little game I call what you see in front of you. Are they spaced out right? Good. Is there a little guy dancing on the screen? Anything? They're big on that. Okay. You can see these things I can't. They like to have fun after I get done talking. So what we see in front of us. Let's start with dimensions. This dude is 59 inches tall. So small enough it's gonna fit probably in a closet or something. That's a pretty big piece of the puzzle. People try to find that perfect little stash it away safe, but 59 inches you can do that. It's only 24 inches wide, and the depth, super narrow, shallow. It's about 18 inches, front to back. That does not include in the external hinges, nor the keypad, nor the handle. And in this case, it also does not include the electrical outlet kit, or the plug coming out of the back of it, I should say, right? So because you're going to measure these spots and make sure this thing works for you, yes, it'll easily fit through a closet door. That's no problem. But you need to know the overall depth. So I told you it's 18 inches in, 18 inches deep, but we want to add about 3.5 inches to that to make sure we've left room for all those other things, okay? That's primarily what we see in front of us, beside this very neutral, very plain Jane, textured gunmetal gray. Nothing too fancy, doesn't have to be, right? It's about the safe itself, the security, that's what you're buying. So it only comes in that finish is why I wanted to point that out specifically. Every one of them, because there's like, what, 5 different sizes in this series, the NF series from AMSEC. All of them come with the same lock, and they have got the external hinges and everything. The 5-spoke handle, this is the, I think they call it black nickel. My world, we usually just say black chrome, generic term. All of them come with that, so pretty cool. The ESL 10 here, this keypad, yes, it could be changed out to a mechanical if you're interested in that. But the keypad, what I've always been a big fan of is AMSEC's keypads are done in-house. So all R&D and distribution technologies, everything is done in-house. They do their own lock. One of very few companies on the planet that offer that. And with that, yes, just about any locksmith you'll talk to, pretty successful, meaning, you know, it's been a pretty reliable lock over the decades that they've made their own keypads. So that comes with it. What do you see in front of you? So it's constructed of an 11 gauge steel body, just the body. So just the back top side. That's an 11 gauge steel, a little bit different. After they built it, they hang the door, and the door in this particular instance is constructed of a 1/4 inch thick steel plate. So we'll probably just jump right into that and take a look at it actually. Am I forgetting anything on the outside? That seemed quick. No, we're moving on. If I forget anything, or you have a question about something that maybe I missed, please leave it in the comment section below. I will answer, I promise. While you're looking for things like comment sections and the bottom of this video and all the words you see below you, don't hit that like button. You're already there. It's constructed of a 1/4 inch thick steel plate door, and I bring that up because this is unique. Not many manufacturers offer this, where this entire facing of the door, when you're staring at it, this is one solid piece of steel, and it's separate from the rest of this door. That's a 1/4 inch thick, and then this is all constructed of another 12 gauge layer of steel behind it, and then they're brought together with continuous welding. It's actually a pretty neat way they do that. Right here, there is an external reed locker. It's kind of like a booby trap. If somebody walks up here, just smashes the hell out of this thing with a sledgehammer, thinking, hey, I'm just gonna do enough damage with some blows, it's just gonna fall apart and I'm just gonna miraculously open the door. That's silly. Second, it's basically got a booby trap set inside the door right behind here, but it's actually connected to the lock body this is connected to inside the door, right? So that lock body, imagine it's a little rectangle, about yay big. And so bang, bang, the booby trap is connected to it. It feels the bang, bang. It goes off in a manner to where a very large spring-loaded piece of steel will actually fire down into this, not allowing that to turn. Pretty neat. Also has some hardened steel behind the keypad. So again, I'm thinking, hey, I'm just gonna rip this off because listen, there's only, you know, a couple screws holding this thing on. Why not? It's easy, right? I just twist off, comes off. So hardened steel, I start drilling, and then I'm trying to fight through hardened steel, and my knockoff Harbor Freight drill bits and my $20 Ryobi cordless drill ain't getting through that. And you don't even know where to drill or what you're looking for in the first place. You can make 20 holes right here and still be wrong. So pretty neat. Now, also something they offer, we want to talk about because it's important, are the bolts. It has 14, which is ridiculous, but great at the same time. 14 of these 1.5 inch quarter diameter, no, 1.5 inch diameter. Why I say it that way? Bolts that extend, and they are sticking out of all 4 sides of the door. Meaning, sum all that up real quick. The door's shut, it's locked. If I beat on it, I'm gonna lock myself out of it more. If I drill on it, I'm gonna waste my time. If I try to sit in here and pry it open, I've got to get through and bend this 1/4 inch thick piece of steel. I've got to get these 1.25 bolts, 1.5 inch bolts. I messed that up like 20 times already.
Are you okay?
Missed these 1.5 inch bolts. I've got to get all this to go and break and turn and release and let me in the door. It's just not gonna happen. Something I like to point out right now too, I try to point it out a lot of times, when we're doing a small safe, especially, any safe, but a small safe especially, to help add security to it, not only can we bolt them down, which we'll get to, but if you can put it in a corner. So I mean, like, this is the wall that it's gonna set against. You've already planned it's gonna set against this wall. But if there's another wall right here, because it's a corner. So now imagine I've shoved this thing in a corner, I've bolted it down, I've made it that much harder for somebody to attempt to pry and beat and get into it, okay? So keep that in mind when you're thinking about placement and everything. So with that, what is that? That's door, it's what we see in front of us. All right, we're gonna get into the interior. Before we do, probably the next thing that you should be shopping for is fire protection. We've covered burglar protection. We've got a pretty good sum of that. We'll get into, like I said, fire protection now. There's jokers around here. So before I get into fire protection, I'm gonna go ahead and cover myself. Just in case, because watch this, as soon as I, lights! Seriously, I work with children. Wrong light! Thank you. So, imagine, there's a fire. Ow. And it's burning, it's really hot. Imagine that fire gets all the way up to 1,200 degrees. It's now 1,200 degrees, it's burning, it's going, things are nuts. Imagine that for an hour and a half, 90 minutes at 1,200 degrees, the inside of the NF series safe will not breach 350 degrees. Got the chart? All the numbers make sense? If that doesn't make sense, ask me, but I tried to do the chart. I think this kind of helps break it down. 1,200, 90, 350. It's really good. Lights. Thank you. So what I'm saying is 350 degrees. Why? That doesn't sound very good. I can make brownies that kind of temperature, that kind of time. Well, things like paper, especially, are combustible over 400 degrees. Yeah, it kind of depends on what paper, right? We've got cash, we've got documents from the state, or we've got birth certificates type thing, socials, all these different papers, old family documents. They all have different burn rates, but they're all combustible over 400 degrees. So if we're able to keep it 350 degrees or cooler, then also things like synthetic stocks and wood and cardboard and pictures, things of that nature should make it through a fire. So again, based off of what we see in our business, 90 minutes to 1,200 degrees is a very good fire rating. To help with fire, they've added our heat seals. So we've got a seal here around the inside of the door jamb. And then we've got a seal here that will expand. So basically what we're trying to do, right, is we want to create tighter seal between the door and the body so that things like smoke and heat and water and all these things that are happening during a fire don't come in. So right here, they've got their door organizer, which is usable, right? It's nice that we can take some stuff, instead of leaving everything on a shelf, we can put some things on a door out of the way. Now, some key things. You can put a long gun on the door. This is a pouch down here. I got it. There's a pouch down here for the buttstock, and then there's this Velcro strap here for the barrel. So you can place a small weapon on there. Now I'm gonna say small, because yes, me and the fancy camera lady did attempt to show you guns on the door. We like to do that around here. Nothing that I happen to bring really worked. Maybe that's on me. Maybe it's kind of picky. So, I wish I had it, because I'd be really curious, because if we're calling this the fan, did you believe that? Safe, then I think something like, I'm curious if something like the 1022 takedown would have been the perfect rifle to put on there. A little bit thinner profile, things of that nature. The 12 gauge and the 7.62 and the 223 didn't really work out between optics and handles. But again, weapons will fit there, I promise. I just don't have the one that I would put there apparently. It does come with 2 of these pouches. They are Velcro. People are always a little weirded out by that, but again, I've done this in several videos. This is my 10 mil. Listen, I really like this thing, okay? And I'm still putting it in this Velcro, and I'm still, like, I love that thing. Like, it's ridiculous. Still shaking the mess out of it. It's not falling off. It's got an optic on it that adds weight. Same thing with the Slim 9 over there. So the Velcro, I've never had somebody come up to me and say, hey man, Velcro always falls off. Seems to work. You can always get more pouches so you can add more here if you're not going to do the long gun on the door. You do have all these other areas where you can stuff magazines and papers and jewels and compass. Never thrown that one out before. So you've got things you can store on the door. It's pretty useful. Roll right inside with me. You can do long gun storage on both sides. You could just do guns on both sides. It does come with 2 of these. We took it out. The shelf, the gun rack cover. Gun rack cover. I'm trying to think if I actually know the technical name for that thing. 22 years in the game. Don't know if I do. I think it's called a cover. Anyway, it does come with 2 of those, so I could just go all shelf because I like the fire protection. I like the storage. I love the size. I love the security, but I don't own a long gun. Great. This could be used for that. Now again, I need 2 or 3 long guns because that's pretty noticeable in today's generation gun owner. I just need a few guns here. I need a gun over there. I need ammo in my grab bag. I think it's super ideal for that and it'd work really well and not take a lot of room in the house. Everything's mobile, meaning or modular. I can move these shelves up and down around however I need to. It is a 8+8 long gun storage +1. 8 +1. That's what they call it. With that, we do have motion LED lighting because we do have at the bottom of the door here, I don't know if you can see it from where you're standing, but we do have B-roll, so you can probably see what I'm talking about. This is the electrical outlet, no, AC power outlet with USB. And then there's like 2 or 3 plugs in there. So you could also plug in like a dehumidifier, or if you hard drive, keep your hard drive safe from fire and burglary protection. That's pretty cool. You notice the 4 holes, or the 4 caps, excuse me, 4 black caps. Below them are 4 holes, so that when you set this thing in place like we talked about a minute ago, you can set it in place, you can anchor it down. Keep it even safer than it already is. Retail on this thing, I don't remember it. It's a high MSRP. And I never talk about MSRP because we don't sell for MSRP here. So I'm gonna tell you, like if you went to our website right now, which of course would be www.a-1locksmith.com. There's a link in the description as well. And you found this safe on the site, you're gonna see this for about $2,006.25. I just like to get a quarter. Wherever I can. So I think $2,000 safe, 90 minutes fire, it's 5 foot, basically, by 2 foot. It's got the bolts, it's got the steel, it's got the UL rated keypad, it's got the lights, everything I want. Honestly, I think it's a pretty nice package. It's something you can consider. Again, ask questions below though. Ask anything you want that we may or may not have covered in the video. I need to go find another safe. I need to make another video for you guys. So if you do have something that you'd like to see a video on, please let us know again in the comment section below. Yes, lifetime fire and burglar warranty, meaning if there was a fire, lifetime warranty against that. Somebody does try to break in, sledgehammer, all that, lifetime warranty on that. Other than that, off the top of my head, oh, I'm sorry, 600 pounds. I almost forgot, because I got some real cowboys out there who call me from all over the country and they ask about taking it upstairs and downstairs and by themselves. 600 pounds, manageable. So, and of course to my 7% out there, the ladies, thanks again for being here. I'm trying to grow that platform as well, trying to get everybody educated. Robert, A1EDU. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.